My dearest listener, this moment has been divinely orchestrated. You are not here by accident, and what you're about to hear is not meant for anyone else. It is designed specifically for you. God has impressed this message deeply into the atmosphere, and it's reaching your ears now for a sacred reason. This is not just another moment in your day. It's a turning point. There is an urgent pull from heaven, a call wrapped in concern and love. God is urgently reaching out to you right now. Something is happening around you, something that may have been hidden from your direct sight, but not from your spirit. There is a whisper in your soul, and that whisper is the voice of God, trying to get your attention before it's too late. You may have been feeling a strange tension in the air lately. Perhaps you felt anxious without knowing why, like something unseen is slowly encroaching into your peace. That feeling is not your imagination. It is your spirit responding to a spiritual force that is attempting to invade your life and derail your divine path. Don't let this moment pass. Send a super thanks and give with a joyful heart. Your support is a true act of faith that brings hope to others. There is someone near you, possibly even someone you trust, who is leading you subtly but surely down a path that was never meant for you. Their intentions are wrapped in pleasantries, but their heart carries deception. They are not walking in alignment with your purpose, and worse, they are trying to pull you out of alignment as well. This person does not wear their deception openly. They hide behind smiles, behind offers that seem harmless or even helpful. But underneath that facade lies a calculated attempt to bend your will, to manipulate your decisions, and to take control of the freedom that God Himself gave you. You might have noticed moments where you doubted yourself more than usual. Thoughts that didn't feel like your own. Hesitation when you used to have confidence, a slow drifting from your convictions. These are not coincidences. These are signs of influence. An influence meant to confuse and control. If you're thankful for God's blessings, express it by sending a super thanks. Gratitude grows when we give and share with others. The danger here is not in a dramatic event, but in the slow erosion of your strength and clarity. Piece by piece, this influence seeks to dismantle your discernment, making you question the very core of who you are and what you believe. And if left unchallenged, it will lead you into sorrow and regret. God is showing you this now because He wants you to wake up before the damage is done. He sees the hidden motives. He hears the words spoken behind closed doors. He feels the shift in your spirit, the tension you can't fully explain. And He is saying, "My child, this is not your burden to carry." Even though this person may seem to care for you or even present themselves as someone who has your best interests at heart, their deeper intentions are selfish. They do not seek your growth. They seek your submission. They are not guiding you toward light. They are leading you subtly into darkness. God is sending you this message not in anger but in fierce love. He does not want to see you fall into a trap laid so carefully. He is calling you to pause and reflect, to examine your surroundings and recognize the warning signs you've been ignoring. It's time to stop giving away your energy to someone who does not honor your soul. Don't wait. Take a step of faith now. Click super thanks and be part of something bigger. Your act of kindness will echo through eternity. There is still time to step away from this influence, to realign with your true path. You're not alone, and you have not missed your moment. This is your wake-up call, your divine interruption. God is shining a spotlight on what was lurking in the shadows, and He's inviting you to walk back into clarity. If your spirit is stirring as you hear these words, then you already know the truth of them. This isn't fear, it's revelation. God is breaking through the noise and pulling you toward freedom. Stay alert, stay aware, and above all, stay aligned with the light He has placed within you. The time to act is now. You haven't been abandoned in this moment of confusion. Though you may feel the pressure mounting around you, though the air seems heavy with choices and uncertainty, God is closer now than ever before. He has seen every move the enemy tried to make behind the curtain, and he's already laid the groundwork for your escape. While others are plotting silently, heaven is moving loudly on your behalf, even if you can't see it yet. When you give through super thanks, you're sowing seeds of faith. God rewards those who give cheerfully and trust in Him. Your soul was never meant to live in fear. The weight that's been pressing against your peace was never part of your divine design. You were made for freedom, for clarity, for joy that comes from walking in truth. And now that truth is being reawakened within you. The same spirit that formed the stars is now pouring courage into your bones. You are being strengthened from the inside out. Even as deception tries to wrap itself around your decisions, God is cutting through with wisdom. He is speaking louder than the noise. In the stillness of your heart, you'll hear Him remind you of who you are, stronger than manipulation, bigger than betrayal, protected beyond what the enemy can comprehend. The confusion others tried to sow in you is being unraveled by divine clarity. There is no force in the universe that can override God's will for your life. What others hope to use against you will become the very ground where your victory stands. Every attempt to trap you is being turned into a lesson that will elevate you. You are not going backward. In fact, this very moment is your push forward into the next season of power, peace, and divine alignment. Jesus taught us to care for the needy. Your super thanks is a reflection of His teachings. Let your heart lead and bless others through your generosity. You may have thought you were alone in the battle, but you've had warriors walking with you the whole time. Angels have been stationed at every step. Doors that should have slammed shut have stayed open because God held them in place for you. This protection isn't coming. It's already here. You've been carried by grace even when you didn't realize it. And now, you are being invited to rise, not just to escape what was meant for your harm, but to walk boldly into everything that was meant for your healing. There is a power moving within you, subtle but unstoppable. That uneasiness you felt before is now shifting into strength. The heaviness is lifting because light is entering again. You don't need to force anything. You don't have to fight people. All you need to do is stay connected to the truth that lives in your spirit. God is handling what you cannot see. He is intercepting conversations, dismantling hidden plans, and silencing voices that tried to convince you to settle for less. You're not losing. You're being realigned. Your super thanks isn't just a donation. It's a part of God's divine plan. Every seed sown in faith bears fruit in the lives of others. Even the mistakes you think you've made, God is already working into your story. Nothing is wasted. Not a single tear, not a single restless night. Everything that was used to weaken you is about to be transformed into evidence of God's strength inside you. This pain will not end in defeat. It will become your testimony. So let the fear fall away now. Let the weight of the past slip from your shoulders. You were never meant to carry it. God has already stepped in. He's already spoken your name in the halls of heaven. And with that one breath from Him, chains are breaking and doors are opening. You're about to walk in a freedom you forgot was possible. This is your moment to stand tall, not because everything is perfect, but because your foundation is. You are rooted in something deeper than this situation. Your story is not being written by fear or by people who misunderstood your purpose. Your story is written by the hands of the Creator, and in His story, you win. When you send a super thanks, you become part of a divine mission. God works through generous hearts to fulfill His purpose.